The new Star Wars film hit the theaters yesterday, and somehow I was lucky enough to snag myself tickets for opening night. This is a bite-sized review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Yo, so we just got out of the theater from watching Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker, and what? Dude, that was a movie. Lots of stuff going around in my head. I don't really know how to process all of this. We're gonna get down in the studio and dive deeper into this, but was that a great ending to the trilogy? Okay, so I just got back into the studio. We just got home. I haven't even taken off my coat, and wow. I literally have very, very few words to describe this movie. I don't know, it was something else. Before we go any further in this bite-sized review, there are going to be spoilers, so click off now if you haven't seen the movie, or the better choice would be to mute your video, walk away, and get me some watch time. So either way, just make that decision, because it's your last chance. Walking into this movie, I had absolutely no clue what to expect. I've tried my very best to stay away from the very early reviews that have been coming out surrounding this movie. I did, however, see some reviews on accident that weren't necessarily promising, so I didn't know what to expect. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker was an amazing movie. There were some poor choices throughout the movie, but overall, this film was amazing. The cinematography was absolutely beautiful. The action sequences were so exciting and so exhilarating, and I felt like I was there with the characters, and there is no real way to describe how well this movie played out. Rey's parent reveal was absolutely insane and unexpected. A lot of people were disappointed by the lackluster reveal in A Last Jedi, and this blew me away. There are a lot of theories circulating around the fact that Rey might be a Skywalker or a Solo, but a Palpatine, that is something else, and let me tell you, when I was in that movie theater, the entire theater gasped, and it was a really, really cool experience. I absolutely loved the callback when Luke pulls his X-Wing out of the water. That was such an amazing callback, such a good wrap to the saga, and that just something about that sequence was just so, came full circle, and I just absolutely love that part of the movie. Seeing Ben's character evolve and him slowly becoming more good was a really interesting choice. I do wish they had maybe drawn out this process longer. It did seem like he went from evil to good very fast, but all in all, it was really cool to see his character's transformation. There was an amazing balance of comedy and action compared to how A Last Jedi was essentially just a bunch of random dad jokes. I also really enjoyed Carrie Fisher's few scenes. It was really cool that they were able to implement her into the movie. Moving forward with the cons of this movie, one of my biggest gripes of the film is the Force revival technique that they were using to essentially heal and bring back to life different characters. I thought this was a little odd, seeing that no other Star Wars movie had featured this particular Force technique, and I felt like it could have been a slight plot assist. My camera was dying, so this is the second take of the cons segment. I wanted to elaborate a little bit. I feel like certain parts of the film were rushed. I think they kind of ran out of time. There were also some areas that seemed overly summarized, which left me as an audience member slightly confused. And also, what's with all the throwing of lightsabers? I did appreciate the one callback with Ben, but then, you know, they just continued to keep throwing lightsabers. It seems like whenever a Jedi gets a lightsaber, they're like, oh, a lightsaber, bye-bye. Okay, that's all I wanted to add. Back to the regular video. But all in all, I can't really complain. It was an amazing movie. That's gonna do it for this bite-sized review. Overall, I would give this movie a letter rating of an A. It was a movie, and it was a great wrap to the saga. Go check out the movie if you haven't already. Subscribe, leave a like on the video if you want to see more like this. My name is Aidan, this has been Aidan Films, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.